Lernerville Speedway here in Western Pennsylvania, home of the famous Don Martin Memorial Silver Cup. Tonight we're here chasing $25,000 with high limit racing. So we're just about 1 hour from cars being on track here in Western Pennsylvania. I think we have 32 410 sprint cars in the pit area. Lernerville, a racetrack I ran a lot in different video games, whether it was on the Xbox or whether it was iRacing, but only have competed here one time in real life, and that was last year with the 18T. So looking forward to getting the Buch Motorsports 13 on track. They actually won one high limit race here last season, so it'd be nice to pick up with that speed and really just looking to putting together an entire night. Now, like I mentioned, there's 25 grand on the line, great field of cars. Tonight's shaping up to be a lot of fun as we're kind of hitting a busy stretch here during the sprint car month of money. So our night is underway here at Lernerville. Ended up with 36 410 sprint cars, of course with high limit. Anytime there's over 32, they split us into Flight A and Flight B just to try to keep the times even across the board. A lot of times in Wing 410 sprint car racing, the track has fall off. That means it gets slower as more cars go. Now with the rain here yesterday, the track's got some grip. I think between that and just, maybe how they prepped it, and track's really, really fast right now. So we went out, pretty early in Flight B. We ended up 6th quick, which is good. We want to try to be in the top 6 to keep us on the front row of a heat race. Let me tell you though, the difference between me and quick time was less than 1/10. I was a 13:02 and quick time was a 12:95, and there's cars in between us. So man, not much would have got us basically into the top 3, top 2 quick time on both of our laps. Racetrack here at Lernerville, no outside wall. A lot of times the top's real fast here, but today it kind of shortened up, and what that means is the middle was really good. A lot of cars started moving down as qualifying went and just shortened up the racetrack, and the times just kept getting faster and faster even when you went out late. So maybe a few little things could have got us better, but we're really close and I feel comfortable, and with my limited experience here, it's nice to drive a good car. I feel like right now we're in a good spot. So we're going to start outside front row of this heat race. Of course we have to win to make tonight's dash. So we're getting ready to go out for the dash redraw. We won our heat race there and did exactly what we needed to do from the outside pole. Just really got the start timed and was able to really launch down the front stretch and lead all the laps. It got a little close at the end. I, just kind of started to move. The racetrack is moving down and lower and lower and lower, and I started to probably move up just a little bit in 1 and 2, and didn't realize that Peck, who I started next to, he was closing in, and it just he kind of tried to slide me towards the line, and I was able just to pull away. Glad we got that done. Definitely want to start changing up what we're doing though a little bit. It just seems like the bottom's super strong, and that's going to be the place to be, I think, here coming up. The YouTube sensation. Let's make some noise for Tanner Holmes. Here, folks. Tanner Holmes.
GeoCellsRacing.com. We'll let me tell you a spin. He's trying to go over number 18, and he does just that. Holmes jumps to the second position on the board.
You can like the Dente on their website. I don't even know what that means. And by number 9.
So we're just check marking boxes tonight. Got a great dash spin. Actually would have been the best dash spin with a 13. Isn't that crazy? Except Rico won his heat race from 4th, so he automatically got the pole. Started second, ran second, you know, ran the bottom the entire time. I think going into the same main event, I think that there's, I just feel like the bottom of 1 and 2 is gonna be really strong. I think 3 and 4, you might have more options. So gonna be really interesting track. Obviously a lot of fast cars up front, but it's gonna be nice to be on the front row and just really wanna take advantage of this and focus on running the best 35 laps we can. So have a quick turnaround, definitely need to get some tear-offs on. The track's slowing down, but there's still grip in spots and definitely can blow through them in a hurry, you know, up front, or, you know, we're probably gonna get to lap traffic, and that's where this race could be won or lost. Alright guys, time to roll. Not really a whole lot to say, minus like just gotta go out there and do our job. We got 35 laps. Now it's kind of time to rise to the occasion and make it happen. A lot's gonna happen in 35 laps. The track's gonna change, our car's gonna change. Again, we just gotta go out there and do what we do best. So just climbed out. They're talking to the top two. Brought home a third place run tonight at Lernerville. I think if you told us going into tonight that we were going to run third, that was going to be awesome. But obviously want to have a shot to win the race, and we did. Just wanted to be a little bit more competitive. So it was a good race, hard 35 laps for sure, move it all around.
Congratulations. I love watching YouTube.
Well, got back to the trailer, got all changed, and our night here at Lernerville is complete. Started second, finished third. Felt like we had a shot to win 25,000. We weren't ever in the lead. You know, early on we paced Rico for the first 2 or 3 laps. He got away from me in traffic. Then I had a good restart, kind of was with him. Felt like though ultimately, again, we were kind of like a second, third. We never dropped to fourth, but we were kind of, you know, we had some good track positions. I feel like we had a solid podium, top 5 car. You know, it just comes down to, you know, a little bit of decision making. Again, there was a lot of little things that happened throughout the race. You know, maybe if I could have got ahead of Rico earlier, thought I fired off okay, but you know, he kind of ran down low. I was trying to make the top work. Then I started moving, started searching, kind of ran a lot of the lower side for a lot of the show, kind of ventured to the middle. Traffic was gnarly. Again, a lot happened. So felt like we ran a smart race to finish on the podium. But again, there were some tweaks to have an opportunity to maybe win that thing and bring home the big prize. You know, some things with my race car that we talked about. You know, I felt like we anticipated it slicking off, but it actually got slicker and dirtier than we anticipated, and felt like I struggled some just like getting off a turn 2 with really good grip and probably even maintaining that speed in 3 and 4. I could run the middle, I could run the bottom, and even if I needed to, I could go up to the cushion. The cushion was really treacherous. I mean, it got tall in 3 and 4. Again, I could do all that. I just felt like I couldn't do it where I was like winning, pull away, dominant speed. So a lot of little things to work on, but really proud of our efforts, and obviously we were in contention to be up there, kind of do our thing, you know, do our job, and bring home a podium finish with high limit racing. With a field like this, definitely proud and glad that we ran a good 35 laps. So before we hit the road, I kind of wanted to show you guys the cushion down here in turns 3 and 4. Almost reminds me of Placerville. I mean, literally kind of the similar color dirt, and just built a really thick curb down here in 3 and 4. And man, it's treacherous when you're going as fast as you are here at Lernerville. Now, like I mentioned, if you look over this way, I ran the lower middle half of the track for a long time. In order to do that, when the track's starting to slick off, you do have to have a good race car, and that's where I want to give so much credit to Sean Strasbaugh and my Buch team. They really gave me something I could maneuver. Like we mentioned, yes, there's things we would do different, but I was able to run a lot of different lines throughout the race, and to start up front, it's great to have that track position, but you do have to have a good race car and put together an entire show to run on the podium. So really thankful for these guys. Our 2026 tour has been a blast. I just want to thank Tom Buch, my team, all of our great partners, and you great fans. It's satisfying to go to these racetracks that, you know, maybe I don't have a good result in the past or haven't even been to before, and just fire off and be comfortable. And we have some of those challenges coming up. I've never even been to the state of New York, so that's where we're going next. But high limit racing is just an awesome series to be with. We have a lot of great fans. These places are packed. We're racing for great money, and we're traveling around the country. So God has truly blessed me, you know, with this opportunity, and just looking to keep making the most of it. Work hard, work harder than ever. You know, tonight it was great to run third, but I want to be on that top spot, and I want to learn, you know, how to win these races and really just be so intentional lap after lap. You know, the guys that beat us, Rico and Corey, they can just run hard, and they can, I mean, they run a really smart race. I thought we ran a smart race, but they really put themselves in the right spot. So just really studying that, and it's cool to be up front, and want to just keep learning from these nights, and it's so valuable to be in these positions that we are. So we'll see you guys in the next show. Time to hit the road. We got quite a few hours ahead of us. We're going to keep the month of money in sprint car racing going. Deuces.